Since the announcement of fuel subsidy removal, a lot of people have been clamoring for salary increment. In fact, after the subsidy removal, the prices of things in markets are no longer what it used to be. Everything is now on the high side. Like Nigerians, how are you guys coping? So I feel, in view of all of this, it is right, to increase workers' salary. Both state and federal government workers' salary. It is right that, the government does something to alleviate the sufferings of its citizens. Before we go into the details of today's news, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do well to subscribe. Turn on the post notification bell so that you can be the first person to get notified whenever we upload a new video. Help us grow this channel by giving this video a massive thumbs up so that it gets recommended to other YouTube viewers all around the world as well. Lastly, leave your opinions in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's delve right into the details of today's news. Jubilation hits all civil servants as Akpabio make fresh announcement over increments in salary. Let's take a look at the details. Senate President Godswill Akpabio assured Nigerian workers that the government is prepared to review their salaries in response to the removal of fuel subsidy. These announcements came during a courtesy visit by Ekiti State Governor Abiodun Yebanji and other members of the National Assembly from the state. In an official statement from the media office of the President of the Senate, Akpabio emphasized that the decision to remove the fuel subsidy was taken by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration to address corruption within the petroleum sector. He stated that this was just the beginning of a fight against corruption in the country. Akpabio defended the removal of fuel subsidy, asserting that Nigeria would not have been able to sustain itself in the coming years if the subsidy had remained in place. He believed that taking this step was crucial for the country's economic stability. However, he acknowledged the hardship it may have caused to workers and promised that their salaries and wages would be reviewed to mitigate the impact. During the visit, Akpabio also praised the representatives from the Ekiti State and the 10th National Assembly, commending their commitment and dedication to their legislative roles. He recognized the contribution of Ekiti, known as the land of knowledge, to the betterment of the nation and expressed his willingness to collaborate with the state for the overall benefit of all Nigerians. You all, let me have your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about all of this? And apart from just announcing salary increments, another thing is, will this salary increment be speedily implemented? Because workers need this increase right now, and not 1 year or 2 years to come. We don't want to have a situation where the the Senate or the House of Representatives will just keep deliberating and deliberating and deliberating for months without any implementation. But before I go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online from people. Cabinet says Nigeria have been sharing this for long. No action has been taken. You see what I just finished saying? There's a different ballgame entirely when you actually mean what you say. And we know these are politicians. Most of them are after their pockets. You see Akpabio mentioning corruption as if he's not corrupt himself. You see him talking about, so fuel subsidy was removed, to mitigate against corruption, to avoid corruption, whereas Niger Delta money that is stole while in office, he hasn't yet accounted for it. Different corruption allegations leveled against him. He hasn't washed himself clean of all that yet, and yet he has the guts to speak to the public about corruption. Anyway, another person says, "Who is jubilating with high cost of living?" Another person says, "Take it easy. Many workers are in hard condition, as in hard. We have not even finished. We've not finished coping with the fuel subsidy removal and how fuel prices are now 500, 550, 600. Now another increment. It's just so hard because we are not seeing increments in the salary. Still the same salary we were collecting when petrol prices was 200 and something. It's still the same thing that we are collecting now, and it's really, really, really so bad because on the other hand, these transporters, these people, they are also buying petrol. So you cannot expect them to 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 buy petrol of 600 naira and not make profit. And workers also have to go to work. We have to go to work, especially teachers, especially people who are teachers. How on a day, you guys? How are you coping? Because especially teachers have to go to school every single day. There's nothing we can do about it. Like, there's no two ways to it. If you're working in the office, government office, you can still, try to not go for like 2-3 times a week. But for teachers, it's quite difficult. And we are one of the least paid government workers in Nigeria. I just hope that government does something about all this, and very, very soon, because when we were buying fuel for 200 naira and something, we were still complaining because the salary was still not enough. The salary isn't enough. But now that we have to, take transport, buy things in the market, we are still collecting the same salary. And now it's even worse because if you go to the market and buy something worth of 20,000 naira, full stuff, you will get some and you think that you just lost your money because the 20,000 naira full stuff is not even what it used to be anymore. You guys, thank you very much for always listening and watching. Let me have your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about all of this? I pray that the salary increment is speedily achieved. Subscribe, guys, if you haven't subscribed. Share this video with your friends and family. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.